The deep ocean terrifies us because it transforms life into something unrecognizable. With every descent, biology fails, and only the most extreme forms of survival remain. And the deeper you go, the more those adaptations stop looking like life and start feeling like something else. The Twilight Zone. At the surface of the ocean, the world still feels familiar to humans. Sunlight penetrates the water, fueling plankton blooms, coral reefs, and vast schools of fish that form complex food chains similar to those found on land. This is the zone we understand best, because life here follows rules that feel recognizable and predictable. However, even within this bright and active layer, danger already begins to change. While some predators rely on speed and strength, others survive through camouflage, patience, and subtle adaptations that hint at what lies below. Marine biologists studying open ocean hunters have noticed something unsettling. Many surface-dwelling creatures already possess genetic traits designed for low-light environments, long before they ever enter true darkness. For example, tracking data from NOAA shows that blue sharks migrate vertically every day, spending hours just beneath the sunlit layer where light begins to fade. During these periods, their behavior shifts, as if they are preparing for conditions far more hostile than the surface. This raises an important question. Why would animals evolve adaptations for darkness before darkness even arrives? The answer is simple and unsettling. Below this layer, light no longer offers safety or advantage. Instead, it becomes something that exposes you. And from this point onward, life in the ocean begins adapting not to be seen, but to survive without being noticed. The Twilight Zone. Below 200 meters, sunlight no longer behaves the way we expect it to. Bright colors fade into a dim blue haze, and photosynthesis comes to a complete stop. Without light, plants cannot survive, and the foundation of surface life disappears entirely. From this point on, food no longer grows locally. Instead, it falls slowly from above. Scientists call this steady descent of organic debris marine snow. It is made of dead plankton, waste, and tiny fragments of once living creatures. To human eyes, it looks insignificant, almost harmless. But in the Twilight Zone, this constant snowfall sustains entire ecosystems, feeding animals that may never see the surface in their lifetime. One of the most dominant inhabitants here is the lanternfish. Individually, they are small and unremarkable, but collectively, they form one of the largest biomas on Earth. Many animals in the Twilight Zone produce their own light through bioluminescence, but this light is not meant to be seen. Instead, species use a strategy called counter-illumination, carefully adjusting the brightness of their glow to match the faint light above them. When viewed from below, their shadows disappear completely. So why would evolution favor invisibility over armor, speed, or strength? In the Twilight Zone, being seen is often the final mistake an animal ever makes, and as depth increases, the rules of survival grow harsher and far less forgiving. The Midnight Zone. At a depth of 1 kilometer, sunlight disappears forever. There is no day and no night, only constant darkness, crushing pressure, and near-freezing temperatures. This is the point where the ocean becomes a place humans were never meant to exist. In this zone, creatures can no longer rely on sight as their primary sense. Some species reduce it dramatically, while others abandon vision almost entirely. Instead, survival depends on detecting vibrations, pressure changes, and chemical signals drifting through the water. One of the most extreme examples is the fangtooth fish. Despite its relatively small body, it possesses the largest teeth in proportion to size of any known fish on Earth. Its jaws are lined with curved fangs so large they must fit into special sockets near the eyes when its mouth closes. Yet its eyes themselves are tiny and poorly developed. This contradiction raises a disturbing question. Why would evolution favor enormous weapons when vision is so limited? The answer lies in scarcity, as food in the Midnight Zone is rare, and encounters with prey are infrequent, so when an opportunity appears, there is no second chance. Research conducted by deep-sea biologists at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute shows that many predators at these depths strike without hesitation, guided not by sight, but by vibrations and faint chemical trails in the water. In this environment, precision matters less than certainty. The Abyssal Plain. At a depth of 4 kilometers, we finally reach the seafloor. What lies here is not a landscape of mountains or reefs, but a vast, endless desert of soft mud, stretching farther than entire continents combined. Temperatures remain just above freezing, and sunlight has never touched this world. Food arrives only as a rare gift from above, drifting down in slow motion. Because of this, life here moves at an entirely different pace, governed by scarcity rather than abundance. And yet, despite these conditions, giants exist. One of the most striking examples is the giant isopod. Once dismissed as a sailor's myth, this armored crustacean can grow larger than a house cat, dwarfing its shallow water relatives. Scientists believe this phenomenon, known as deep-sea gigantism, may help animals conserve energy, store food more efficiently, or survive long periods without eating. However, no single explanation fully fits the evidence, and the mystery remains unresolved. Some abyssal creatures can survive for years without a single meal. Others remain motionless for months, expending almost no energy, waiting for something or anything to fall from above. When a whale carcass finally reaches the abyssal floor, it becomes a sudden oasis of life. Scavengers arrive within hours, followed by entire communities that can survive on a single body for decades. Is this abundance, or is desperation disguised as opportunity? In the abyssal plain, survival is not about speed or strength. It is about endurance, restraint, and the ability to wait longer than anything else around you. The Hadal Zone. Beyond the abyssal plain lie the ocean's deepest trenches, vast scars torn into Earth's crust by tectonic forces. These are places shaped by collision and collapse, environments humans were never meant to enter. At these depths, pressure exceeds 1,000 times what we experience at the surface, enough to crush unprotected machinery in seconds. Temperatures remain near freezing, and light has never existed here, not even faint traces. This is a world of permanent darkness, where silence dominates and survival seems impossible. And yet, life persists. One of the most remarkable inhabitants is the Hadal snailfish, the deepest living vertebrate ever discovered. Unlike most fish, its bones are soft rather than rigid, and its body is gelatinous, reducing the risk of collapse under crushing pressure. Inside its cells are specialized molecules that prevent proteins from deforming, allowing biological processes to continue where physics says they should fail. Scientists only uncovered these adaptations within the last decade, revealing how little we truly know about life at extreme depths. If such complex organism can exist here, what else might be living in these trenches undiscovered, undocumented, and unnamed? And if life can thrive under conditions that would instantly destroy us, what does that say about the true limits of biology? More unsettling still is the question of scale. How much of this hidden world remains unseen? The deeper we explore the ocean, the more familiar biology begins to fall apart as vision gives way to vibration and also survival. No longer follows the rules we recognize from the surface. Don't forget to subscribe for more.